And it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jim Brochu.
It's so beautiful. Isn't she great? Let's hear it for La Lorge. La Lorge. I wasn't sure if I was going to say this, but we were talking about doctor's appointments, and I broke my toe, so I went to the doctor. There's not much they can do for it, you know. But I walked in for the appointment, and he just said, "You must stop masturbating." And I said, "Why, doctor?" He said, "I'm trying to examine you." What have I said? It's just a little medical advice. I thought I'd start off with, that's all. Now, I'm going to need your help. This is from a new show that I'm going to debut this fall. It's called Character Man. And it's a tribute to all the wonderful character actors who started me off when I was 20 years old, and they became my mentors. So after 641 performances of zero, that's enough. So this is for, oh, thank you. So this is Character Man. Now, I know if you haven't done this show, you've seen the show, and I'm going to need you towards the end. I see Bobby Lydiard here, one of the great actors of our New York stage. And I know he's done the show, so I need your help and help for anybody who's done it. Because either you are closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or else you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you've got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in Riverside. Well, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say it. I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try and give an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-railed billiard shot? But just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a ball-climb game. I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth the first big step on the road to the depths of degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And I'm listening to some big out-of-town Jasper, hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race. No, a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch make your blood boil, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table, and pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, suppertime, short time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled to the screen door patch to the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night. That's trouble. Oh, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker shirt-tailed young ones peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble. Folks, right here in the city, trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They're trying out Bebos, Cubebs, tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, headed for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men with scarlet women, ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter in the arms of a jungle animal instinct. Masteria, friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble right here in River City, with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble right here in River City. Think of the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Mothers of River City, heed this warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell. And so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, You got trouble right here in River City with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is the devil's tool. Oh yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Trouble here in Big B, trouble with a T. That rhymes with P, and that stands for everybody. It stands for pool. Yeah. It's a revival. Wow. Brother Barry, it's a revival. I'm spitting ice. You guys are great. You're great. Oh. This song was introduced by one of the great character actors of all time, who's still with us at the age of 92 and working. George S. Irving. Remember George Irving? This was from a show that Carl Reiner wrote called Enter Laughing. Remember Enter Laughing? So it takes place in the mind of David Kolowitz, who in 1938 imagined himself to be the greatest actor in Hollywood. And the only thing he wanted was to bed every great actress in Hollywood. And George played his butler in his mind, his butler Marlowe. And one day, the phone rings. Hello? Yes, this is the home of David Kolowitz, the most famous actor in the world. Who's calling, please? Oh, Miss Garbo. Miss Garbo, I'm sorry. Mr. Kolowitz can't come to the phone right now. Pardon? The what? Well, of course I can tell you why not. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio. That's why he cannot speak to you. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio and may not be disturbed till he's through. No, he can't call you back at 5:30. At 5:30, he humps Alice Faye. Then Jean Harlow at 7, Mae West at 11. Somewhere between them, Fay Ray. No, tomorrow I fear is no better. He'll be banging Jean Arthur at 10. Carol Lombard at 1. Myrna Loy, Irene Dunn. Half an hour for dinner, and then he's booked solid till midnight, at which time it's Dolores Del Rio again. Yes, I could set you up an appointment, but the waiting list's endless, I fear. Ruby Keeler's been waiting 6 months now. Betty Davis for over a year. No, next Friday you haven't a hope, miss. He stopped Sylvia Sidney at 4. Then May Murray, May Clark, and when after it's dark, with Lamour and Lamar it's encore. No, next Wednesday you haven't a hope, miss. He stood Sylvia Sidney at 4, but I said that. May Murray, May Clark, and then after it's dark, with Lamour and Lamar it's amore. Then as usual, just as a nightcap, it's Dolores Del Rio encore. Well, there might be an opening next April. If you promise you won't take too long, you'll go right after Madeline Carroll and just before Anna May Wong. Oh no, wait, that's not any good either. I'd forgotten these penciled in dates. There's Joan Crawford, and then he must meet Sonia Henney. They're going to try it on skates. Please, there's no use you're weeping, Miss Garbo. And there's no use you're taking that tone. You can rave, you can rant. Mr. Kolowitz can't, simply can't come and talk on the phone. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio. And he wants to be, well, you know, alone.